recover as T1.
Uh-oh. Chovy in an awkward spot here. He does have his flash, but he is going to use it against the Emperor's Divide, which is what you have to do.
Gets away, though.
Yeah, he'll survive.
Doesn't get over that wall, but definitely flashes the Emperor's Divide, as you mentioned. And that's all it takes. Crab Raven his way back to lane. Willer, meanwhile, what?
Okay. Yeah, he's just dead. And meanwhile, we do have a 1v1 up on the top side. No stun available for Kana. He's getting run down, but he flashes to Owner. And now there's no flash available for Morgan. We're going to have the knock-up come through here as he's trying to get it, but actually he can't get that third hit. And Morgan will be able to walk away.
Even with level 6, he's not able to get the kill there. Morgan, I feel like, dodged 2 bullets this game.
So you're not really able to do much there. Now Owner's on vision, and here we go. The Crescent Guard looking to save him. He doesn't want to have to flash, but he will be forced to use that Summoner. As a one-on-one up on the top side, the stun comes in, but Morgan trying to fight this one out. A couple autos more could do it, and the flash will not save Kana. And this time, Morgan gets his revenge.
Actually will take this stun. And then it's just Conqueror's proccing, but guess what? That's the end result.
이거지. 죽으면 성장하는 복원.
He's like struggling to get the words.
탑 나이스. 성장하는 복원.
Reactions.
Oh, here we go. And now you've got carry up on the top side. How about we add in Faker? Even a two-shot barrage. Like, God, the guy got 1 kill. And you can see that they're going to drop down the Rift Herald T1 here, but they don't really have full vision of the Drake. It's been pulled out outside of that ward's vision that's in the pit. You see that Depth is already going back to the mid lane, just looking to push back this wave. So T1 give it up. The teleports are coming in, even a Chain of Corruption, and now they're going in onto Owner, but the charm is here. And Depth will survive. The engage does not work under the turret. Now they're trying to get on top of Willer here. They will at least get that. But still, it's a 2-for-1 in favor of Hanwha Life. Now Faker going incredibly deep here, as the stun is going to be mistimed, but it doesn't matter.
He's just going to have to look for this one straight up.
He has flash, he should have his rocket belt, but you can see, here we go, the flash comes in, immediate cleanse from the side of Depth, and the engage from Vista is huge! Knocks up both Kana and Gumayusi.
Morgan's on the other side.
And T1 desperate to try to stop the Ocean Soul, and they will, but into the back line goes Owner, actually doing a ton of damage here, and Depth is kind of left out all alone. And somehow T1 are trying to fight this one back. The stopwatch timings are huge, as Gumayusi's still alive, and he should be able to clean up the rest of this fight. T1 somehow gonna come ahead at the end of this one.
And this is where we've crossed the horizon of Hanwha Life Esports' tempo advantage versus T1's elongated 5v5 team fighting prowess. And that isn't a disaster. You're gonna try to use this mid-prio to try to pull T1 apart, but Kana, again, unseen from the back. This could be game winning. Okay, they do have that ward there. They spot him. That's massive.
And Chovy, he knows. I mean, there's nowhere for him to go. He has the flash, and he actually gets a nice amount of range onto himself. Owner not able to get the damage done onto this Orianna. And you can see Faker, he's desperate now to fight this one, but they will not win it. As yes, the Ezreal will live, but T1 just goes straight down the corridor into their deaths, and that's 4 kills to the side of Hanwha Life.
And it's all about that one ward. You have that ward, you can make this split decision. Chovy uses that stopwatch he bought right before this, right? He's been holding on to that one for this big moment. Now he is able to get in there, get those picks. We talked about this so many times. If you have a vision advantage, this time by T1's design, because they were playing very greedy, you can make this play. And yes, it looks like they're going to give up control of this Drake, but again, it's only the second for T1. And as I say that,
no arcane shifts. Can they get the knock-up? No, it's going to be Gumayusi. Denies the Ocean Soul.
That's pretty massive. You'll take a flash for that, but Baron's still going over to Hanwha Life Esports, and this is going to be Baron buff with Chovy, with Morgan to push on those lanes. They've got an insane amount of wave clear and pushing power here, and the tempo advantage remains. But watch this again. You talked about it. If you can wombo combo, if you can get a pick, it's so massive for this composition. And when Chovy hits the shockwave here and Kana is instantly blown up, it's a war of attrition you can't win when Gumayusi's got a minion wave between him and closing the gap on Hanwha Life Esports. He does 400 damage in this team fight to champions because he can't get in there. The rest of the fight is over before he does the damage. Then this is his perspective as he tries to go for the steal here. Is successful. Let's see what he says. I said, I'll just do it safe, basically. That's what he said there. I think the comms might have been a little bit delayed with the picture, but
maybe the comms were just like, what are you doing? Why are you like going crazy? Why are you trying to steal that? He's like, okay, sorry guys, I'll play safe. It was kind of the vibe I got, but yeah, we can't hear the comms from the other players and even the Aphelios compared to the Varus. The Varus poke comes in. This is a very deep teleport coming in here from Kana.
He's so far away, they could just collapse on him.
He's gonna go in, and the charm comes in. He gets the slicing maelstrom off, but it only catches the support. Faker, though, gets a massive Emperor's Divide straight onto the 2 carries of Hanwha Life, but it doesn't seem to matter. Willer is here, Morgan's here. They're trying to fight it back. The big flawless duet comes in, and Willer is getting the resets now somehow, but it's not gonna be enough, and Faker lives with just about 50 health as he carries the team in such a crucial fight.
It was a game 5 because watch what Willer's able to do when he starts getting these possessions. Faker, the second time in this series with less than 1% health, he hits the perfect stopwatch to survive. Look at how long he holds his Zhonya's. He's like, I've killed the carries, carries are down. Look at it, Zhonya's still up. Zhonya's still up. He's waiting until the last possible second. And look at how low he gets before he presses his 1 key. It's insane.
And he's so calm too. He's like, all right, well, you know, let's go mid. It's fine. And, you know, it's big, you know, that flank that came in from Kana as well. It got the flash away from Deft. And you remember what we were saying in Game 3. The Azir is going to be huge against flashless, immobile carries. And that's why the Aphelios got dunked so many times.
Yeah.
And, you know, at the end of the day, Hanwha Life were able to win that one. But you see what happens. You take the flash away from Deft, and you're able to just get him into a position where Emperor's Divide just crushes that Varus' soul. He's not able to do anything.
Morgan's going to teleport back in here, but the angle is still poor for Hanwha Life Esports for Drake fight. They're going to look for the inhibitor instead. Maybe they can actually catch T1 here between a rock and a hard place with his Varus control of the choke. But now you're trapped as Hanwha Life Esports. You're going to have to get out of here somehow. Make it this inhibitor turret, but getting the inhibitor is, I think, out of the question.
You got the Sun turret up here now for Azir. They're going to have to go out the back door here.
I don't know about this one, Morgan.
A lot of damage going through. But at the end of the day, Morgan can just walk away.
They get the turret, and the Drake doesn't actually get taken here by T1. They actually commit to the chase instead. Faker's rushing over to it now.
He's like, okay, I mean, I guess maybe I can just solo this down, but Willer is in position for the potential steal. He's just going to ult over the wall. But do they have the damage output onto this objective? As it's going to be Rakan! Vista takes down the objective. They get the Ocean Soul. But look at Faker. He's just doing free deal from the bush. Not quite able to get over the wall, though, as now they're going to get the flash out of Gumayusi and Hanwha Life. They get Ocean Soul, and maybe now with 3 kills, they can get more.
Oh, this is such a massive lead now for Hanwha Life Esports. They have the Soul. They have control over the map. Baron's up in 15. And this was a really decisive call from Faker and T1, but it ends up being the wrong one. Not only do they chase Hanwha Life Esports down to try to stop that mid push, but then they split back Faker off from the side there to try to rush down the Drake. Fail that as well. It's stolen by Vista, but that's not the big story. The big story is the kills that come through afterwards. And Hanwha Life Esports are looking to bring us to a game 5 here off this push.
Where did he go? Down goes the Ezreal, and down will go the Xin Zhao. Keria trying his best to just delay as much as possible, but Kana up in 3 seconds. Can he pull it off? He doesn't have Slicing Maelstrom. I think we're just going to go straight into a game number 5. Hanwha Life Esports, they do not want to deal with play-ins. They don't want to play into the memes of Chovy in play-ins, dunking on teams. They don't care. They want to make it straight into groups, and now it's 1 game between them and making it there.
And I said it after game 3, you're not going to get 2 games like that where T1 make massive mistakes, Chovy gets the carry on the Silas pop.
아직 안 킬게.
레오나 풀 있어, 레오나.
그래, 킬게.
진짜
좋았고. 레오나.
진짜.
나이스. 빼자 구하겠다.
안 돌아.
나이스.
나이스.
가자.
탑시대 가자.
나이스.
오케이.
오케이 이겼노.
아 재밌어.